Hello, everybody. It's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers. I think it's probably going to take a second to get live again here. Let me go see if that's working yet. No, not yet. No. Well, I'll wait while it does that and get my fan turned on in case y'all are listening. That's what I'm doing right now, turning the fan on. We have some rainy weather, as you might imagine. Oh, no. Shoot. All right, it looks like I'm live now. So that's a good sign. Hi, Renee. Hello, Marva. Thank you. We are as ready for Helene to come through as we're going to get, I think. And so we'll just see what happens. Carol, I hope you're staying safe. Getting a lot of rain over there. It's again, if it hasn't already. Hello, Nancy. Hi, Rosie. Appreciate you guys coming. Hi, Danette and Carol and Marilyn. Appreciate you being here. All right, so here's our card for today. Now, my very talented friend, Tara Carpenter, made this card the other day. Not this exact decoration, but this fun fold. She called it a double gate fold, so I am calling it the same because I don't know any different. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And this opens up like this. So it's kind of fun. You can see what it looks like from the top. I guess it is kind of, there's a gate and then there's a gate. So that double gate makes sense. And I've used the, well, let's see, I guess maybe I had a snowflake right there. I'll have to fix that. But it uses the Snowy Wonder set, the penguins, and the dies that also cut out a couple of the images from the Snowy Scenes DSP. So all cute and adorable, and a lot easier to make this than it looks. Okay, I was pleasantly surprised. I followed Tara's instructions and made this card, so hopefully you'll be able to make it as well. So let's go ahead and get started. This will all be on my blog tomorrow. And we are using, as I said, our starting point for DSP is the Snowy Scenes, and I've used some of the holly and the stripes, and I've used it a couple of times. Now, here's a design thing for you. If you will notice, this could be very, very busy. All right, now if you want to mix and match DSP patterns more than I have, do that. But if you're trying to keep it kind of cool and easy, oh, thanks, Rosie. That's a very good point. I will be out of town in a place where I don't have enough streaming. So starting on Monday, there will be no Zoom the Craft Rooms until I get home on, it'll probably the next Zoom the Craft Room will be Thursday, the 17th. And there won't be any live videos between there. I will have done some pre-shorts, and you'll be able to see those. Those will post as we go along. But there won't be any live videos, neither on Thursdays nor Saturdays while I'm gone. So let's see, what is today? Thursday. So Saturday will be our last live video until after the 17th of October, okay? The 17th of October, the 1 o'clock after lunch bunch, that's kind of up in the air. It just depends on what time we get home. And whether I can get my ducks in a row to get back online. Okay, so just kind of watch my blog. I will post that, and on my Stamps-N-Lingers Facebook page, any updates on that. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. So anyway, as I was saying before, I saw a bunny on the comment section. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Nancy. See, I need to stop leaving comments. I'm getting distracted. What I did, and I did that, I saw this as part of Tara's design, and I took it to heart. This design here is the same on both sides of this panel, and then it matches these two inner panels. And then this back one matches the front and the end. All right, so it just kind of keeps a lot of busy DSP sort of cohesive. And then I went kind of crazy and did a third design on the front. But all the colors, because they're all out of the same DSP pack, all the colors are cohesive, okay? So just a thought. You can do whatever you like, but if you're looking to keep a busy card not so busy, then that's a good way to do it. Okay, so, okay. All right, so we're going to start with, we have two pieces of Poppy Parade. The first is the card base, and it is 5.5 by 9.5. And I'm going to use my score tool to score at, oh shoot, I didn't write that down very good, did I? Let me check that out. Let me see what we did here. I guess I'll just use a ruler. Why don't I just use a ruler? Thanks, Marilyn. All right, we're gonna go 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. Okay, so there we go. 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. So there's 2 1/8. And I'm a little heavy-handed, so I tend to use the larger on there. So 2 1/8, 6 3/8. And here's another little tip. When you're using the score tool, if you try to move your hand like that, move your stylus by just moving your fingers, that's not going to work. Use your whole hand to go down, and you'll have a much easier time keeping everything in the groove, as it were. Okay, then the double gate, the secondary gate, is 3 inches by 10 5/8, and I have scored at, I did write this one down, yay. Man, I just went completely silly. Look at that. That is just the weirdest thing ever. Didn't even sort of. Oh, I needed a 1/2 inch. There we go. You know what? I think I may have messed this up already. It's been a day. I'm just saying. Okay. Let me see if I've got, maybe I did have that 2 5/8. Okay, I'm going to get another piece of cardstock and start over. Bear with me, folks. We've been in prep mode today, so bear with me. Just bear with me. All right. So I'm getting another piece of Poppy Parade because, you know, really together today. And it's 5 1/2 by 9 1/2. 5 1/2 by 9 1/2. And if you cut your 5 1/2 or your 8 1/2 by 11 inch sheet, if you cut the 5 1/2 off, going long ways as your first cut, then the remaining cut works for your secondary gate. So just a way to preserve your cardstock. All right. You know, that was the thing. I was looking at those measurements and I had sort of forgotten that there's 4 score lines on here. Okay, so just forget everything I just told you. And volume is good. What's the problem with the volume? Barely hear you. I have the volume up. Okay, so I was just, for a second ago, I was away from my phone because I was cutting. So hopefully now that I'm back, we'll be good. Okay? All right. So you see I had written these, and then I thought I had messed up because I forgot. There are actually 4 score lines on the large card base. So let's try that again, shall we? We're going to score at a 1/2 inch. Then 2 5/8. 6 7/8. And 9. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now we'll take our 3 by 10 5/8 inch piece, and we're going to do 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, and 8 1/2. Okay, so that's going to give us our 5 panels across there and going to be our second gate. All right. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. I promise I'm almost certain to get my ducks together here for you guys. Okay. So let me show you. If you look at the back of the card base, you can see there's a little tab right here. Do you see that tab? Is it showing up? It looks, let me turn it a little bit. There you go. You should be able to see the tab now. So that is created by cutting part of these 2 1/2 inch tabs off. All right. So I'm going to do that before I fold it. And basically what you do, it really doesn't matter how big this is, as long as that tab is smaller than 3 inches. Okay, so whatever you like it to be, aim for, you know, that. So I'm going to just find the center there, and I'm going to go down about to there, and then above to about there. I'm going to do the same here, roughly. Does it matter if they're both identical? Nope. Sure doesn't. And then I am going to cut on this tab right up there like that. Okay, you can see what I have did there. We got all the hanging plants in, all the plants on the ground in. We got the lemon tree protected. Got all the stuff off of the porch. We'll get the barn doors closed up tonight when we put the pony in. She's currently standing out in the middle of the arena getting rained on. She apparently likes that and doesn't deign to go in either of her run-in sheds. So she's like, this is nice. It's nice, and it's like 70 something right now. So she's pretty happy. She's a happy pony, but we will bring her in once the winds kick up, where she has to be in. And I really don't care if she doesn't want to be, because I am mostly concerned actually about the wind. The wind is going to be the problem. It's been raining like crazy. We have pine trees. If y'all know pine trees, they just say, oh, I'm going down, and they fall. So I want her out of the pasture, and that's how we're going to make it happen. Okay, so now we're going to fold these in, these little wings in, and we'll give it a good little rubby rub dub. A rubby rub dub dub. And then these guys are going to fold out like that. Okay, so we'll repeat on the other side. Now, I will tell you what, this is quite a thick card, okay? So you are absolutely going to need more postage. And it is part of why I did not put mats on parts of the, y'all, that is not blood, that is like Cajun craze or something like that. I don't know. So you can see how it comes together. These tabs are all ready to take this center fold. Let's go ahead and put our panels on here, shall we? Let's do that. Now, I've got this piece, and it looks, as you can see, the opposite is that, but I'm going to use the stripes on the back to show. So these guys don't have any mats. For all of you who are thinking, oh my gosh, she didn't mat it, trust me, you don't want mats back here. So I just made the panel a little bigger than it might normally be. It's actually mat size, if you will. And then we also have, oh shoot, come on now, Mary. Don't tell me you didn't cut them. I know I cut those out. I know I cut them. I know I cut them. It's going to be a long video, guys. I am so sorry. Okay, so let's do a little measuring. And hope I still have some, oh wait, is that it over there? No. Hang on a sec. I got to look, guys, because I know I have them. And I need them. Hang on. Be hanging on. I think I see one. That means the other one's here somewhere. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Don't leave. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me now. Well, if that isn't annoying, let's see if that's the actual piece. It's close. That'll work. Let me see if I can get another one. Hang on. My problem is I just ordered more of this DSP, but it has not come yet. So let me see what we got here. Oh, I got plenty. I got plenty. Let me see how big these are, okay? Just a sec. All right, these two are 2 by 5 3/8. So hang tight. I'll get that cut. I am so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. I know for certain sure I cut these. I did. I remember doing it. But apparently they have taken a walk. They've gone walkabout. They have gone walkabout. Okay. I think we'll be okay now. I think we'll be okay. This is the Snowy Scenes DSP, and it's part of the suite, and it also has the Snowy Wonder stamp set and dies, and it's got really cute little snowflakes. Okay, so we're just going to adhere these to the inside end panels. Yeah, okay. I know, Carol. I just am not, I don't like being unprepared. I actually make a pretty strong effort to not be unprepared, so it bugs me when I fail in that. All right, so there we go. So there's our inside. And then we can mat and mount these two pieces here on the outside. And we're going to use the holly. So this is Shaded Spruce, Poppy Parade, and Petal Pink. A very nice color combo. Even if it might not occur to you to put the Poppy Parade in there, but it is a good, because it's kind of orangey, and Petal Pink is kind of browny. So, you know, maybe in artist land that works, but I probably wouldn't have come up with it all by myself. All right. It is, Carol, that is true. I feel like somebody's making notes. Right after they say, now if I make notes over here in the right seat, don't think that's a problem. I'm just trying to keep track of what, you know, what's gone on. So don't worry about that. But every time the evaluator would make notes, I'd be like, oh no, that is not good. He's making notes. I always hoped he was writing something like, man, I have never seen a better pilot than this Mary Dethridge, but that was seldom it. Okay, maybe never. I did have one pilot tell me one time I had the best hands for any woman pilot he'd ever flown with. And I was like, okay. I'm not sure that that's a compliment, but okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not... He may or may not have been the same guy that told me I should have brought muffins to a crew brief. I don't really remember that far back. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not bringing muffins. Nope. Okay. So there we go. So we are ready now to do our gatefold. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to fold this so that this is the center panel, and then these guys fold as such. Okay. So these two are going to go in, these two are going to go out. Easy peasy. Once you see it, and you'll see pictures on the blog that'll let you really see good how that inside goes. Okay. Now, I did think about making this one. I've got some of the new cardstock, the two-tone cardstock, and I thought about trying this with that because it's a little thinner than our basic cardstock, and I thought that might be worth a go. And then I remembered the old adage, train like you fight, don't change your equipment right before you head in. And so, I didn't. I decided that doing something different was just not a good plan at all. Not a good plan at all. All right, so that's going to fold up like that. And then what's going to happen is we're going to adhere this right into the center. But first, let's go ahead and give it some decoration. So this is going to be a sentiment panel. And what we're going to do here is on a small piece of basic white, I am going to stamp one of the sentiments from Snowy Wonder in Poppy Parade. Poppy Parade. This is one of my very favorite reds ever. I just really love it. Like I said, it's got a little orange in it. Let's make sure we got a good ink up. Does that look pretty straight? Yeah, I think so. And then we're going to do some snowflakes. There are 3 snowflakes in this pretty set. You got a large, a medium, and a small, and I'm kind of going to use them all because that's how I am. I'm going to start with the large one and just go a couple of times like that. And you know what I think I'll do? because I can. I think I won't. No, because I'm gonna put trees on the front. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the medium and just add a few here and there, like that. And then we can add a couple of smalls as well. I think these are some of the prettiest snowflake images. I really love them. There you go, Marva. There you go. Women are very good pilots, and it's because we tend to have a little lighter touch, and we want to finesse the airplane more than we want to horse the airplane. So that's just my story, and I'm sticking to it. There's nothing you can do to make me change my mind. Okay, now I'm going to take, there's 2 little trees. Well, there's actually 3 trees, but I call that a big tree. So these are 2 little trees, and in shaded spruce, I'm going to add them to this little corner. I'm just going to add 1 of each. I'm going to add it right over that smudge of pool party. See, like it never happened. And then we'll do this one. They're just a little bit different and very cute. I know, aren't they so cute? And now we're going to do some gluing. I know. Everybody's going, oh my God, not gluing, Mary. Come on, man. That is so boring to watch. Okay. Here we go. Wayne kind of laughed at me a little bit this morning. I did make him get the generator up to the carport. Interestingly, my dentist yesterday was talking, and I asked her if she was ready, and she told me she'd gotten the last generator at Home Depot, and she was going to get it at lunchtime, and that her husband is out of town. And I said, oh, well, that's good. That's good. And I said, now you do know you can't put that in the house, right? Expecting her to say, duh, Mary, I am a dentist, and I'm very smart, and I do, of course, know that. And she looked at me like I had grown a second head, and she said, what? And I said, are you messing with me? Tell me you're messing with me. She wasn't. She was going to put that generator in the house and turn on that gas engine and probably be dead. So, fortunately, I overcame my reticence to say anything, that might make her think that I thought she was dumb, and ask her that very obvious question. But you'd be surprised how many people don't know you really truly cannot take a gas-powered or diesel-powered, gas or diesel, or even natural gas in the house. Okay? Solar-powered, yes. But none of those things that create combustion, people. I don't want to have to read about anybody online. I saved a life, I know. But I was really, truly I just really thought she was kidding me. I was using the nitrous, so my sarcasm meter was a little bit dulled, but she wasn't. Okay, so now these guys are going to go in the center. This guy, not these guys. This is one guy. Once I matted it all up, it became one guy. Okay, so he's going to go in the center. And then these guys, remember, are going to go in the middle because they match the 2 outside panels on the back. And just kind of line up the mats a little bit so that it's as close to being lined up as you can get. Oh, I know, Amy. I am 1000% certain we'll be without power. If not by tomorrow morning, then before tomorrow gets done. There's just too many trees between here and Florida. So we were without power for 4 days a couple of winters ago, and Wayne brought the generator right up to the house and went through. And he actually, don't try this at home. Do not do this at home unless your husband is a licensed electrician or Wayne. He actually wired the generator into the house panel so that we could power the refrigerators and stuff. Do you guys know for anybody who cares, do y'all know the water in a cup and a penny trick in your freezer? Do you know that one? put a little cup of water in the freezer and let the water freeze. And then you put a penny on the top of that frozen water. If your power goes out and that starts to melt, it sinks the penny. So if you go back and everything looks fine, the power's on, everything is frozen, but the penny is sunk down, you know, so it would melt the top and it would sink and then might refreeze. As it melts down, you can see kind of how long, you know, you can kind of calibrate. If it's near the top, maybe ½ inch down, you probably weren't without power for so long and your food's probably okay. But if that penny is near the bottom of the cup, then that one's a problem. In-laws, it's going to be a long, oh yeah. Yep, Amy, once again, they had trouble a couple of years ago too, didn't they? You know, it's, everybody gets excited about living on the ocean and living in Florida, and I think that's great, like 70% of the year. But the other 30%, I think, could be pretty harrowing. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about blizzards for a minute and hurricanes, and we're going to talk about putting this in. So what you want to do is we're going to just, you know, maybe we should decorate this. Let's decorate this first. It'll be easier without it trying to pop all over the place. Okay, so here's what we're going to have. We have a sentiment, I have a die-cut tree and a die-cut penguin and a fussy cut hat. So while we're working and pulling that out, you have two options. Are we going to cut a pool party hat, or are we going to cut a poppy parade and petal pink hat? Go. All right, I'm going to get a drink. They moved inland from Panama City Beach. Now they're getting hit. Yeah, I've heard this was the first time. Is it Tallahassee? Tallahassee, not Tuscaloosa. That's Alabama. Tallahassee. First time in like ever that it's slated to go across Tallahassee. So that's gonna be. No, they weren't supposed to be directional, Robin. I wanted them to be, but it doesn't really work out that way. It would have if I'd cut them differently to start with. So if you want them to be directional, you can absolutely do that. All right, I have a vote for pool party. And since Nancy is the only one voting that I can see, that's where we're going. All righty, let's see if I have a pool party sitting near the top. I do. And we're just gonna cut this little guy right out. Bye. That penguin is no longer useful. I said covering the storm issues all the way to South Carolina. Yeah, it's gonna be, oh, we had a pool, sorry. Well, here, for you who wanted Poppy, the sample was in Poppy, so you'll get to see both options, okay? So let's try pool party for this one. Nancy's was the first to come through, so hers is the winner. And we're just gonna kind of go around the edge. I'm not gonna try to get those pom-poms all pom-pomified. I'm just gonna make kind of a circular circle. Okay, so circle is a loose term. It's not really a circle. And I'm doing what I would consider a hard cut, so right on the edge of the image, as opposed to leaving a die cut border, because on this side you'd see penguin, and that would be weird. That would just be too weird. So let me get up here and fix this little mess I had right here. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is going to go on our front panel. Oops. We should probably put it on right side up. And that'll be fun just like that, right? Okay. I also cut out using the dies, because there's a die that cuts this little guy right here with no hat. So if you want a hat, you can cut whichever ones that you like. And I'm going to just adhere this little hat to his little noggin. His little noggin with a little liquid glue. Come on, come on, go. There we go. Okay. Little liquid glue, Mary, not a ton of liquid glue. Goodness. All right, let's put it on straight, but it's pulled down kind of low because he's cool that way. He's chilling, and he's got to get his ears. You don't want your ears to be cold. Okay. I have to say, if we're going to be without power, I actually would prefer it to be in the winter, because it's going to be hot if the air conditioning goes. I'm just saying that. Okay, so the penguin's ready and the tree is ready. We're going to make a quick sentiment. I have a piece of basic white, And I'm going to stamp Season's Greetings in Poppy Parade. And I actually cut an extra one of these so that I would have it just in case I screwed up. Make sure that's good and inked. And let's try to get it straight. Let's see what we get there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, if I can't find the mat, I'm going to know that there, oh, there it is, that there was some kind of a booger doing stuff, because I do remember cutting that mat. Okie doke. Yes, current happenings does make more sense than cut tent happenings. Carol. Don't you just love autocorrect? Yeah, okay. So we're matting that on Petal Pink. And it is going to go, you can see where it's going to be. It's going to be right on here, like so. So we're going to put him right there, and then we'll have our tree. Now, you will be tempted to use dimensionals because that's how we roll, but don't. There's way plenty of thickness. There's no dimensionals required anywhere on this card. Please do not use them. All right, so we're just going to use some liquid glue on the back of both of these little die cut guys. And we're going to put him right there, like that. Okay. And then this guy is going to go right there, also with liquid glue. So we're going to put liquid glue on the right side, not on the left side, because it's kind of free floating. And it can free float a little bit, but not too much, right? And by free float, I mean extend off the end. But you got to think about, and that's why I measured it, was just to see how much free float I could do. I don't want it to go past this edge right here, right? Okay. So with that on, I'm going to put on my, okay, now here comes the persnickety part, but it's worth doing, you guys. It's totally worth doing. We're going to put some of these little white loose snowflakes, also part of the, oh, you know, I think this is being a pill. Also part of the Snowy Scenes suite. I'm just going to put some little dabs. And we're going to have some over here and some up there. I'm going to start putting on snowflakes now. And you can pick which size you like. Mediums, smalls, larges, whichever. You can also use your take your pick tool. I am a fan of my tweezers and my gluey finger. Stay there. There we go. So you can just pick them up by the little arm. Stay right there. There you go. So you got some little ones that you can use. Because no two snowflakes are the same. I don't want to break it to you though. I have to break it to you. A lot of these snowflakes are the same because they are extruded from a machine not made by Mother Nature. Stay on there now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Let's see if I can find a little one. There we go. There we go. And there's another little one. There we go. Now let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Odd. Very good. Yay. Thanks, Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Okay, so now that this is ready to assemblize, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fold this up as it's going to appear, and then we're going to glue it right in the center of the card back. Okay? So that's step uno. Step uno. All right. You could use tear and tape if you want, but remember, liquid glue gives you a little bit of time to wiggleize it, and it also gives time for that little guy right there to leap around like a fool, like Finn after his carrot. Okay, and then you can kind of open it up, give that a good press. Okay, now to create the gate, what you're going to do is we're going to open these straight flat out like this and adhere the tabs wherever that lands. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm using liquid glue again. You could use tear and tape. I'm going to put the liquid glue there, and I'm going to straighten it completely out and lay it down flat and hold it. The wonky lines make you dizzy. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's done. And then we'll do the same on the other side. The fun thing about this card is that you can certainly use whichever DSPs that you like. I just like this color combo. Okay, and then we'll lay that down flat and press right there. Oh, Faith, I gotcha. Definitely use a different DSP then. Definitely use a different DSP. Or you can, well, the way this is set up, even if you had these two going in the same direction, it would still be wonky because they're separated. All right, so there is the card, except this guy hasn't quite given up yet. Come on now. Here, we'll give it another minute. I'm just gonna hold it there like that. Just gonna hold it there like that because I'm pretty sure it's getting all adherified. Yeah. So you can see the tabs back there. See the tabs back there. There we go. And then this folds up like that. There we go. And opens up. Now, it doesn't necessarily stay closed when it's like that, but it displays so nice because it'll stand up just like that and show your front and your inner and your inside sentiment all at the same time. So there you go. All right, so let's finish off our envelope. Our envelope, come here, envelope. And I am going to stamp the little tree that's actually the big tree. Thank you, Marilyn. It's all Tara. Tara showed me the light on this card. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Christmas on steroids. There you go. And we're going to stamp this tree. I love this tree. It's the one that it looks very much like the tree that die cut from the DSP. We'll stamp that right there like that. And then I don't have any wonky lines, so I've got candy canes for you for the envelope flap. And here we go. I like this because you've got Poppy Parade and Petal Pink candy canes there. Listen, for you guys who don't like, who don't love the stripes, try the Petal Pink snowflakes here for this back one and these two panels. I think you will find that will work just as nicely, even with the candy canes, and it will be much less wonkified. All right, that's my recommendation right there. Okay, and we'll just do this world's easiest fussy cut right quick. And boom. So there we have two cards. One with our little snowman wearing his pool party hat, and one with him wearing a Poppy Parade hat. You can pick whichever hat you want. There's even some earmuffs if you feel like doing that fussy cutting. And there you go. All right, guys. So I'll be back on Saturday, and then we're going to have a little hiatus. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week. If you're one of the folks in the way of Helene, please, please, please be careful. Keep your head on a swivel and don't put yourself or your family, two-legged or four-legged, at risk. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you. Bye-bye.